Let's get started. Alright, so in this video, I would like to speak on the article we have listed as Cloud-Based Startups Face Tough Marketing Challenges. I'm going to be honest with you, I do not use a lot of cloud-based platforms that automatically interact with myself. To give you an example, like OK Google on my Android device, I don't use that very often because I haven't found a super need to use it. Most of the things that I do, I'm very familiar with being able to go and search for just manually. But I need to try out OK Google, and I'm thinking about purchasing what is it called, the Google Home device. So it's, very similar to the Amazon Echo, or you might as well say the same. But anyway, in this article, we were focusing on how cloud-based startups have tough marketing challenges, because I mean, when you're trying to take something that is automated and you have to bring it all the way down to the customer, there's so much that you have to get right in order for that customer to interpret what the cloud-based system is asking, and for the customer to be able to reply back correctly. And in the article, it talks a little bit about the .com and how we're in this post.com into this cloud-based bubble. And what I thought was interesting is when you use not when you use, it's basically just put upon you when you call like a call center, and the call center automation is trying to navigate you to the right person before you having to go to a real person and then get transferred to the right person. I think that system is very robust. I really like it. There are sometimes I have a problem with calling like my credit card company. I'm trying to think of one other company. I think primarily the credit card company is the one that I've experienced, where you basically call them, and the automated system is not well tuned enough to understand your request, such that you have to just say, I need to go straight to the operator. So that's one of the challenges that these cloud-based startup companies are having, because they have to figure out a way to interpret the customer's language, the customer's request, in a way that the system can give you the correct response, and then turn around and tailor you right to that specialist, instead of you having to be navigated to the specialist through the operator. I think so. It was talking here about chatbots, and I think that chatbots are pretty cool. I haven't had it. I had a couple times I've encountered chatbots where basically you talk to your website, and your website have these basic terms. I think Facebook has that pretty well tuned in, where you basically you're talking to the online algorithm that is trying to answer your question without you having to interact with the actual person. I think that's pretty neat. There's only been probably like one or two times I've had that happen where I could not get the answer that I wanted in a precise amount of time, because typically I'm probably like 8 seconds in trying to get my answer resolved as quickly as possible. But I believe that is a really cool thing that works out really well for me. I haven't had that big of an issue with conversating back and forth to the algorithm on the website to get directed right to the area that I'm trying to look at, some type of help form or support center, things like that. I don't have that big of a deal. And I think that the last thing I will mention is the current way that most marketers and most cloud-based systems are basically pulling their data with using like cookies and anonymous ID information to basically be able to turn around and market to audiences, instead of what the article is now saying you need to market to customers. I believe you are already trying to market to customers anyway by marketing to the audience. So if right now is going to be even more difficult to market straight down to the customer, And basically, you got to bridge that gap from being able to have the cloud-based automation, understand the request from the customer, and then be able to automate that such that it tailors the customer right to where he wants to go. That's going to be extremely difficult. So I think that this article talking about cloud-based startups and how they're going to have a tough time marketing to customers. I personally again believe that this cloud-based system is very useful, but it has to overcome the current habits I have. And I believe the current habits you have and the current things that you're doing just be able to get from point A to point B when you're trying to find a particular restaurant or find a particular car repair shop. Those things are very much manual, user based type things. And I also believe that we just don't use it enough to say that actually works better than the manual base. Because I've spoken a ton of things into OK Google, and it's found them very fast, and it's cut down my search time tremendously for me trying to type out with these two. As you can see, pretty big thumbs here, trying to type out the whole phrase into the Google search bar. So I believe that obviously cloud-based startup companies are going to have a difficult time, but they have a lot of tools behind their belt, and it's going to it's going to be worthwhile for us to go over into this realm where we're able to continue to be able to get to places, get to information faster by these cloud-based automated systems. So again, this article only spoke on cloud-based startups face tough marketing challenges. How do they market to us as customers to get us to use their products and their services and make our lives more productive? I think they are doing a great job in trying to get that information down to us so we can use it. Again, the only part that's going to be difficult is, are we actually going to use it? So talk to you guys soon. See ya.